Yo, welcome back to Cage Calculated. Today, we're going to be reacting to the UFC 328 results. This was filmed the day after UFC 328, so I apologize. It's not an instantaneous reaction. I was out of town, but we're going to release this hopefully the following Monday and try and give my reactions as best I can as of what happened last night and kind of how I'm feeling about it today. But we have a new champion in the middleweight division, Sean Strickland. What a win. What a win for America. What a win for the UFC. What a win for everyone except for, the Dagestani meat riders. That's okay. They can suffer a little bit. They've won too many. We can have one back. Good shit. Sean Strickland, we're finally back. What a fight. What a win from the guy. Pretty close fight, pretty close decision. I do think Sean Strickland won the fight. I think they made the right decision. But it was close, and I'll give Khamzat his credit. He did fight a pretty fun to watch fight. I thought that Khamzat utilized his takedown ability pretty well in that first round. Thought he was able to get Sean Strickland to the ground, I think, in the first 30 seconds. Really strong start from Khamzat. Sean Strickland did struggle in that first round. Maybe kind of gave us some doubts. I definitely doubted where I thought maybe he's not going to be able to get up from Khamzat. Khamzat just flows so well on the ground. I was with Tristan for this fight, and I commented to him, I'm like, man, Khamzat just doesn't make mistakes on the ground, and he just looks so fluid, so effortless on the ground. Was able to just kind of stifle a lot of what Sean Strickland was trying to do, get up against the cage, and Khamzat just transitioned so well. Commentary team did a great job during this fight talking about how well Khamzat was able to flow. Just kind of let Sean Strickland move, but let him move, but not move too much where he could get up. Khamzat did a great job in that first round, but that second round, man, Sean Strickland started unleashing with the hands, really throwing that right hand, throwing that cross. I think he knocked Khamzat for a loop for a second. I think Khamzat was a little wobbly for a minute. Really did look like he might be in danger. Did shoot a pretty bad takedown. Sean Strickland was able to get some control time, about 2 minutes of control time. Who saw that coming? And got a really good round. I think he clearly won round 2. Round 3 is pretty difficult to try and judge. I thought round 3 did go Strickland's way by just a little bit. The fact that the fight stayed on the feet in the third round, I think did play into that. Look, I know that the judging was close. Khamzat did have a second win that happened at the very tail end of that third round, well into the fourth round, and even a little bit into the fifth round. But you have to think about Khamzat's fight style. He is a wrestler first, and the fact that he was striking with Strickland kind of gives into Strickland being able to take advantage of the certain situation. If Strickland's fighting his own fight, it kind of sways the judges thinking Khamzat's in a bad spot. And I may not be the perfect way to judge a fight, but from my opinion, from the way I was watching it, Khamzat looked like he was struggling to try and keep Strickland down, especially in that second round. He couldn't even get him down, and then couldn't try and get takedowns in the third and fourth, so he kind of abandoned that game plan. And if you're a judge saying, hey, Khamzat's kind of fighting the way Strickland wants him to, that kind of plays into that decision. So it may not be the perfect decision. I'm obviously not a judge, but I think watching that fight, I definitely thought to myself, Strickland is fighting his own fight, and I don't think Khamzat's necessarily beating him at it. But I think Strickland, the fact that he was able to make that fight the way it was, I think played into some of the judging and why he ended up winning the split decision. Crazy fight, crazy result. I cannot believe Sean Strickland has gotten it done again. Obviously beat Israel Adesanya earlier in his career, and now this win. I mean, I don't know which one is better. I mean, Sean Strickland is the man. I can't believe he fucking did it, dude. It was unbelievable. Tristan, everyone that we were with was yelling. It was awesome. I mean, what a win for Sean Strickland. Can't get over it enough. And Khamzat kind of made me not exactly a fan, but I mean, if he fights like that, I can get on board with his fight style. He had an exciting fight. Dana White did say in the post-press conference that he will likely be moving up to light heavyweight, so this is probably the last we've ever seen of Khamzat Strickland at middleweight, which is fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. That weight cut was super hard on Khamzat, and I'm perfectly okay with him trying to go fight Olberg, or maybe getting a eliminator fight between him and Yuri, or him and, I don't know, maybe Paulo Costa, somewhere up in the light heavyweight division. I'm cool with, Khamzat having to either fight soon, try and keep him active. He says he wants to be active, so let's test that theory. Strickland, on the other hand, I hope he's able to fight either Dricus du Plessis. Tristan was kind of teasing that fight a little bit. Maybe Dricus du Plessis fights him. Maybe Nasruddin Imavov. I mean, Strickland's already beaten him once, so maybe that doesn't happen. I'm curious to see what they do at middleweight. I think that Joe Pyfer might even be a fun fight. We'll see. I'm curious to see what goes on in the middleweight division, but kind of unlocked this division. We've got an exciting middleweight division again, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future, and as well as Sean is champ. How great is this? How great is this day after seeing Sean Strickland post saying champion? We posted a post on Instagram. Go like our Instagram. Go give us a follow. But that was elite. We love Sean DeQuavion. Way to get it done, big dog. He is a legend of the game. Up next, we have Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. And man, I apologize for doubting Joshua Van. That's on me. That's on me. I apologize. But I want to be completely real. I celebrated like I picked him. Joshua Van is the fucking man. Joshua Van with the round 5 knockout, incredibly close fight, but was able to get it done. And man, his boxing. Joe Rogan was gooning over Joshua Van's boxing, and I'm right there with him, man. Joshua Van is such an elite boxer. I did not think the skill gap between Tatsuro Taira and Joshua Van on the feet was as much as it was. Now, Tatsuro Taira did get some great takedowns in round 1, was able to win that first round. Joshua Van did a really good job utilizing his butterfly hooks in this one. He really showed that, especially in that Ray Saruya fight, and then was able to show that in this Tatsuro Taira fight. I mean, he really did show that his ground game is at least up to par in defensive terms. But Tatsuro Taira did definitely win that first round. I think he clearly won that one, especially with some of the ground game, some of the control. But I think the big problem that I saw with Tatsuro Taira was a lack of damage. He was able to get some serious control time, but wasn't able to find any sort of ground and pound opportunities, and really didn't do much except control Joshua Van. He did that especially in round 2 and round 4. I did think that Joshua Van won round 2 pretty decisively, as well as round 3 was able to almost choke out Tatsuro Taira. I was going apeshit at that point. I was about to be in every single Instagram comment section saying paper champ who, and everything that I possibly wanted to say about all you jackasses calling Joshua Van a fraud. Yeah, eat that shit. Now we get to see Joshua Van and Pantoja, hopefully, and then y'all get to see what the real deal is at flyweight. Joshua Van is the fucking man. Never doubt him again. That's on me, Joshua Van. It will not happen again. I swear to on everything I have, this will not happen again. I will never doubt him again. Joshua Van is awesome. What a win. Tatsuro Taira, I mean, just got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to be able to strike on the feet. Joshua Van's an elite striker. I mean, he might be one of the best strikers in the flyweight division. I know that he might have a little bit of pillow hands because he wasn't able to get a knockout incredibly quickly. But man, Tatsuro Taira got busted up. And I think that if you're able to just wear on an opponent like that and end up getting the finish, that was nearly a flawless victory for Joshua Van, other than some control time from Tatsuro Taira. Joshua Van really didn't take that much damage, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit of a busted up face, but nothing in the terms of like, he needs to be out for a couple months. I think he fights again probably November, even maybe October, maybe at the earliest. But November, December, I could see Joshua Van fighting again. Hopefully it's against Pantoja where he's ready to roll, and hopefully that elbow and shoulder is ready to roll. And yeah, we get to see a banger fight at flyweight. Early prediction, I think Joshua Van beats Pantoja. I think he does. I think he does. And I think Pantoja coming off such a bad injury, my hair looks like insane. I think Pantoja coming off such a bad injury could possibly throw a little bit of a wrench into his game plan. Joshua Van's in flow state right now in this flyweight division. I think it's going to be a very tough fight for Pantoja, especially as Tatsuro Taira does have an elite ground game. I think Pantoja's a little bit better of a striker, obviously, but I don't know, man. I think Joshua Van might be the real deal at flyweight, and man, he's only 24 years old. I don't want to get too overeager, but this dude looks like a really special guy at flyweight. Awesome fight to watch. I loved it. Joshua Van, I apologize for, again, the 40 billionth time I should have trusted. But that's okay. We went 0-2 in the main event. All I have to do, apparently, at this point is just pick against whoever I want to see win, and they win. So, by the way, if you're watching this video, which I appreciate you watching, make sure to go against every single freaking main round, main card pick, main event pick I ever choose. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. I mean, it's a fight game. Nothing ever is really bona fide and ever, certain in this game. But, it seems like I have dog shit luck when it comes to picking main event fights. Just go against me. I have zero issue with that. I have zero problem. Go make yourself some money. Bet against me. I am starting to bet against my own picks, and I'm starting to make money. That's what's really about to happen. So, if you want to try and follow me, I swear to God, I know what I'm talking about, but apparently I don't when it actually comes to fight night. It's okay. I'm not going to take offense to anyone saying that I don't know ball. It's okay. Joshua Van got to fucking win. You didn't. Love to see it. Up next for the featured fight of the night, we got to see a heavyweight matchup, Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Pretty interesting fight. I think a pretty close fight. I definitely thought Waldo Cortez Acosta won in the moment. Despite the result, I think Volkov did win that first round. And I did rewatch the first round. I didn't watch the whole fight. I didn't rewatch all of it, but I did rewatch that first round because that first round was kind of the deciding round for me. I think Volkov did win just because he was able to get so many leg strikes. And Cortez Acosta just did not put enough volume out there. And I'm willing to live with that. I think in the moment I did have some definite bias where I think Waldo Cortez Acosta did win, and I was kind of upset when he didn't. But Volkov definitely won that second round. I think we saw that in the judges' scorecard. I definitely think Waldo Cortez Acosta won that third round pretty decisively. The fact that there was a judge saying 30-27 Volkov was ridiculous. I think that's insane. Regardless, though, Waldo Cortez Acosta back to the drawing board. You're going to be okay. Still super exciting at heavyweight. And Volkov, you're going to be a pretty good contender here at heavyweight. Maybe a replacement if anyone falls out of some of these heavyweight fights coming up here soon. If not, maybe get him a title shot here soon. I don't know. Volkov is kind of an old legend of the game. I don't know if he's necessarily ready for a title shot, but you know, he won a good fight against a great prospect, and you can't hate the game. I think it was definitely closer than a 30-27. I think definitely 29-28 for Volkov, I think, is perfectly fair. There's an argument for Cortez Acosta, but again, I picked him. I thought in the moment he won, but looking back on it, I think Cortez Acosta did lose this fight. So it is what it is. Can't leave it in the hands of the judges, and that's what happened, and just didn't blow your way. What's going to happen? Volkov is a veteran of the game, and he's won so many fights. 40 wins is insane, especially at heavyweight. Great job from Volkov. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley is up next. Yeah, Buckley, you need to figure this shit out. You were on your back this entire fight. Sean Brady just dominated you. You just got dominated. Like, it was unbelievable. I don't know if I've ever seen someone get destroyed just as bad as Joaquin Buckley. I think it was like a 30-25 on some cards, maybe a 30-26 at best. I mean, good Lord. Joaquin Buckley just didn't even have anything. Had, I think, 5 total strikes, maybe significant strikes in total. Sean Brady just absolutely mauled him. Betting odds were weird before this fight. I think it was a little odd. They flipped in favor of Buckley winning this one. I picked Sean Brady. I thought Sean Brady had better wrestling. I think people counted him out, especially after that Michael Morales loss. And, you know, he's an elite wrestler for a reason, and Joaquin Buckley definitely isn't. Maybe he's a gatekeeper of the division at best. Good Lord, that sucked. I mean, it was not great. So it is what it is. Sean Brady, great win. Definitely got himself back into at least some of the welterweight conversation. Not necessarily anything close to a title shot, but definitely stifle Joaquin Buckley, who can be dangerous. And Buckley, good Lord, dude, figure it out. Maybe you need to go to the PFL. People are saying cut him. Don't cut him, but like, if you can wrestle, you can probably smoke Joaquin Buckley. It was not ideal. King Green versus Jeremy Stephens. Yeah, King Green, thank you for doing the funny. Took him 4 minutes and 20 seconds to submit Jeremy Stephens. He was piecing up Jeremy Stephens on the feet this entire time. I thought that was an easy lock win. King Green just been more active. Jeremy Stephens not active. I mean, can't hate Jeremy Stephens. Good on him for trying to get back in the cage. But yeah, King Green just more active, just better on the feet. I mean, completely pieced up. Jeremy Stephens was talking to him the whole time. Good knockdown / takedown. Really looked to take the back and submitted Jeremy Stephens, which I didn't see coming. But I told you, King Green's got the sneaky ground game, and he will utilize it at any given moment. What a win for King Green. Hey, put this guy in the top 15. Give him a top 15 matchup. Him versus Perez Zion might be a fun one. I'm not saying he wins, but hey, he's won 3 in a row, and King Green is looking awesome. 2 straight finishes for him. Not saying it's King Green season, but might be early title run for King Bobby Green. In the prelims, we had some interesting fights. We had Atiba Gauthier looking like the awesome prospect of old. What a win, what a knockout over Ozzy Diaz. I mean, Ozzy Diaz didn't even really have a chance. Yeah, Atiba Gauthier, give this guy someone who's actually worth a damn, and we can actually start having some conversations about how good this guy really is. But yeah, great win from Atiba Gauthier. Just looked like the Atiba Gauthier of old, and he's going to be awesome. Yaroslav Amosat versus Joel Alvarez, and I do want to talk about this fight for just a second. I did pick Joel Alvarez, so we can, get that out right here, right now. Did doubt Yaroslav Amosat, who I did see submit Neil Magny in the Apex card a couple months ago, but what a win for Yaroslav Amosat. This dude looks incredibly dangerous. Really good on the feet, really sound defensively, and such a monster on the ground. This guy was a Bellator champion, only 1 loss in his entire MMA career. He looks amazing, and I think Yaroslav Amosat is going to be one of those guys that people don't want to fight in welterweight. Do not put this dude against Buckley, because we will get another Sean Brady moment. It is going to be a monster destruction of Joaquin Buckley, and he doesn't need that to happen again. Yaroslav Amosat, give this guy someone in the top 10. He is super fun to watch. Really, really sound everywhere in MMA, and just had a great showing against a very dangerous Joel Alvarez. I'm excited to see who they put against Yaroslav Amosat. It is an awesome opportunity for this guy. We've seen so many of these guys who come over from different promotions really struggle in the UFC, and it is really refreshing to see someone who is an awesome fighter outside of the UFC come into the UFC and really dominate. What a win for Yaroslav Amosat. What a just dominant performance. He is going to be a problem in welterweight. Grant Dawson versus Mateusz Rebecki. Grant Dawson had a great submission win, was able to use the ground game really, really well. Rebecki just didn't really have any answers. Just kind of dominated him, and not much to say about this fight other than Grant Dawson was just better than Mateusz Rebecki. Both Tristan and I picked Grant Dawson. Not too much to say. Pretty solid win. Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. Who saw Jim Miller turning back the clock and getting a win? I sure didn't. I picked Jared Gordon, and so did Tristan. Jim Miller beforehand just was able to utilize that ground game. Really was fine on the feet. Looked athletic. He looked old as sin when he was stepping into that octagon, but good Lord, did he not look old then. Apparently just got re-signed for 5 more fights. He wants to make it to 50 fights in the UFC. That's unbelievable. Jim Miller, legend of the game. Really great win. I mean, I don't know who else they're going to put against this guy that is not going to be just completely mauling Jim Miller. But, I mean, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get a submission over a pretty dangerous athletic guy in Jared Gordon. What a job. I mean, Jim Miller, man, love to see it. Hometown hero, talked about his kid. What a great story. Jim Miller's a man, and love to see him get that win, especially at the age he's at. Super, super cool. In the early prelims, we won't spend too long on this one, but Roman Kopylov, what a good win over Marco Tulio. Thought it was a pretty close one, but Kopylov definitely won 2 rounds out of the 3. Just was good on the feet, was able to get some serious knockdowns on Tulio, and I think that's really what sealed the fight. Did a great job and got the decision win. Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez. Really wish Sabatini was able to utilize some more of his ground game. Was able to really pressure William Gomez and did a good job, but just wasn't able to find the submission. I think he is a little bit hesitant. Try and go after a submission too much. I would like to see him get some finishes. He has it in his bag, and William Gomez just did a great job defensive wrestling, but Sabatini with the decision win, and it was a pretty good one. William Gomez is a little dangerous, and Sabatini looking to move into another great fight in featherweight. Bizinger Suzurkayev, great submission win over DeJordan Santos. Was doing the stupid Bizinger crap where he likes to goof off in the first couple rounds. He was definitely, I think, not doing the greatest he thought, especially moving into that 3rd round. I'm not saying he needed to get a finish, but there's an argument that Jordan Santos was up 2-0, maybe 1-1, but there was an argument there. Obviously, he decided to lean forward in the chair for a second and actually finish the fight. So undefeated, I think give this guy someone who's actually going to give him some serious tests. I'd like to see someone who's going to, really put some pressure on him, really try and finish the fight against him. He just goofs off so much that it's hard to trust him, but I thought he'd get it done against Jordan Santos, and he was able to do so. Jose Ochoa, great win over Clayton Carpenter. Wasn't able to watch too much of this fight. Kind of don't remember it too much. Again, kind of brain fog from the previous day. But good win from Jose Ochoa. I remember him just being pretty dominant in that fight. But yeah, man, what a card. I think in expectation, this is like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I think in reality, I'd give it an 8 or 9 out of 10. I do think this card was really, really exciting. The main card did carry. Sean Strickland, Joshua Van getting a win was awesome. I mean, I'm an American. I want to see Sean Strickland get it done, especially against Khamzat. But I know I was talking some shit about Khamzat before the fight happened. I do think he has some boring moments in fights, but he definitely redeemed himself in this one. Had an insanely fun and exciting fight to watch. I'm excited to see what he's able to do at light heavyweight. Hopefully he doesn't struggle with that weight and he's able to make a name for himself. Him versus Olberg would be an interesting fight. I am curious to see how that would go, but we're not going to see that obviously for probably at least another 9 months. But it is what it is. I think he's going to do a lot better at light heavyweight. Like I said previously, Sean Strickland, man, I love to see it. Joshua Van, I love to see it. Remember to pick against all of my main event picks, especially in title fights. Pick against whatever I'm saying. Just trust. I mean, I don't apparently know what I'm talking about when it comes to main events. So it is what it is, but what a card, what a night. Had a blast watching this one. I hope y'all did too. Hope y'all are having a great start to your week. Hopefully y'all had an awesome weekend just as we did. Glad to be back home, but had a fun one in it. Looking forward to this next weekend. We got the MVP card. We've got the fight night between Arnold Allen and Mackenzie Acosta coming up here soon. I'm going to be releasing a video on that here hopefully midweek where y'all can watch it and kind of get an idea of how those fights will go. Make sure to pick against whoever I pick in the main event. Appreciate y'all watching again. Make sure to go follow us on Instagram. We've been killing it. We have a ton of posts out there, a lot of winter posts, so go give those a like. Make sure to follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to like the video, comment how you thought this card went. Appreciate y'all watching. See ya!